Yes, you. Welcome to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast, a podcast for people who want to disrupt their lives for a good reason, to make it count. I'm your host, Jen Glantz, and every week I'll drop a new episode with stories from real people just like you, who woke up one morning and decided to make big changes, starting with small things. We'll cover topics like entrepreneurship, love, failure, and self-care. Hey, you're not getting any younger, so let's make this an adventure. Ready? Today's episode is brought to you by my favorite time of year, the time of year I launch my famous 90-day challenge. If you want to start a brand new year off on the right track with good habits and a game plan of what you want to accomplish in the next 365 days, well then join the 90-day challenge. It includes group coaching calls, videos, weekly challenges, and accountability from yours truly. Grab your spot in the challenge, which starts in January 2022 by heading to jenglantz.com/90. That's jenglantz.com/90. I can't wait to see you inside of this year's challenge. Hey, any youngers. It's me, your host, Jen Glantz, back with another episode of the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. This week's podcast is in conjunction, which is such a weird word to say, with my Odd Jobs newsletter. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've read it, but back in July, I started a newsletter called oddjobsnews.com, where every single week I profile a list of odd jobs that actually pay you money. Now, these are jobs that you can do as a side hustle. These are jobs you can do full-time, part-time, or just on the weekend if you want to make a few extra dollars. I know a lot of us are going through a time when we're switching careers or we just want to make more money. Like, we're through the pandemic a little bit, sort of, who even knows, but we want to make more money. So hopefully this newsletter gives you tons of different ways to make that happen. And I try in all of the newsletters not only to reference jobs that are hiring, but to also teach you how to start some of these odd jobs on your own. I want to empower you to do something odd and interesting and different in your life. So today, I want to talk about one of the newsletters I wrote, which is about how to make $10,000 in just 2 months. We are in the holiday season, which means there's tons of opportunities to start weird, odd jobs that will pay you some money. I'm going to break down some of those jobs for you today. There's a lot of companies hiring for seasonal work right now that will last 2 months. Jobs in retail, jobs in delivery, jobs really anywhere are so desperate to hire you. And those are great jobs if you want to pick up some money, maybe making anywhere between $14 and $50 an hour. There's tons of jobs out there like that. But if you want something even more interesting and odd and maybe paying you a little bit more, they're going to require more hustle, right? These jobs are going to require more hustle, more dedication, more sales, more marketing, but they could make you more money. These are the kinds of jobs I'm going to break down for you today. And again, you don't need to be an expert in any of these topics. You just have to be decent at them and want to do them for other people to make the cash. So the very first job is being a personal shopper. Right now, it's a season where everybody is making a list of people in their life that they want to buy gifts for. But not just any gifts, right? Like, you want to get your mother-in-law the greatest possible gift ever because you love her and adore her and you want to impress her in the holiday season. Just like you want to give your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, spouse an awesome gift too. Or maybe you have a boss or a friend that you want to wrap something up for them to really just make a statement. But figuring out what that right gift is can take so much time. I am the kind of person, this is not something good about me, that I wait till the last minute to pick out my gifts for people. And because of that, I find myself super stressed. And because of that, I also find that I pick gifts that aren't so awesome. And it's challenging. And this year I'm trying to do it different. It's just really time consuming. So that is where you can come in as a personal gift shopper. Now, to do this job, you have to just be really good at researching, really good at understanding people, and really good with having a pulse on what people might want. Here's how you could set this up. You could build a website, which is really easy. You can use Wix.com, Squarespace. There's so many really easy places to build websites that are template based. So basically you log on, you choose a template, you change the pictures and the text, and there you go. You have a website. You can use Canva.com, which is free to create a logo or to create graphics, also super easy to use. And basically what you could do is you can charge $300, $400 a person and source gifts for them. So how that would look is I would hire you. I'd give you my list of 10 people. We would jump on a call. I'd explain my relationship with each of them. I would explain their hobbies, their interests, what they like. And then you would spend the time presenting me with a list of gifts for each person. And I might say, hey, look, my husband is somebody who has every single gadget under the sun. So I really need something unique and different and innovative for him. So I'd give you a list of requirements and you would come back with a gift list for each person. Now, if you did it well, people would absolutely love this service because for $300, $400, you would save me, no joke, 15 to 20 hours of figuring this out myself. And that is so valuable. So yes, people would pay you the money to do this. Not only that, but if you work with 25 people, which is super realistic, you'd make over $10,000. Plus, if you did it really well, you can sign up for affiliates using places like shareasale.com or rewardstyle.com or Amazon affiliates. And when you share the gift list with people and they click the links to buy, you'd make commission off of their purchases, which is super awesome and another way of making income. So that's opportunity number one. And I bring that up because I think most people could probably do this. Like if I decided to clear my schedule and do this, like I could be good at it too. Even though I'm not the best gift giver, I'm good at research. And if I put my time into it, I could do this job. So most of you could do this. And you could reference a lot of gift lists out there. You can poll audiences. Like there's tons of ways of doing this that aren't super hard. Okay, idea number 2 that I'm super passionate about is being a holiday decorator. I actually know somebody who does this. I'm going to give a shout out to Megan. Her website is theultimateelf.com. And Megan has a service where she goes around to restaurants, event spaces, people's homes, and she gets paid to decorate it for the holiday. This is a brilliant side hustle and idea. Sure, there's like major companies people can hire for this, but also there's people like you who could go out there and do this for other people. This is the time of year where offices, restaurants, bars, event spaces, house parties, they need holiday decor, and not everyone is good at doing that. Again, if I was having a holiday party, I'd want it to look great, but I also wouldn't want to be the person to decorate it because I'm not very good at that. So you can charge $500 plus, like $500 to $5,000 even, per client to decorate their space. You would source the material, you would hang everything, you'd make it look great, and you get paid to do that. And that's such an awesome job that you can really clean up doing because there's so many local businesses, stores, restaurants, offices, even people who want this service. You can post about it on social media. You can knock on doors. You can send emails. You don't have to be super qualified to do this. You just have to show that you're good at it, right? And maybe that's decorating your space, taking some photos, and showing people that you can do this. People don't need perfection. They need their spaces decorated for the holidays. Also, you can source items at the dollar store or at discount stores so that you get really cool decorations and don't spend a ton of money on them. Okay, idea number 3, which anyone could do, is being a house, animal, or plant sitter. Yes, those are real things. This is the time of year when people go away. And when people go away, they're looking for someone to watch their space. Maybe because their house is super expensive or because they have plants in the house and they need someone to watch their space. Also, people need people to watch their animals. So if you're going to be here for the holiday season, maybe you decide to become a house or animal sitter. Both of those jobs require a varying degree of experience and work, but pay really well. I mean, you can get 10 gigs a month that pay $500. So you can watch multiple houses at once or even pet sit multiple pets at once. And you would hit this 10K goal by the end of the year. There's housesitter.com or petsitter.com. There's tons of websites out there. You can put profiles up there, set your rates, and go ahead and get started. Next, renting your space or your stuff. I write about this a lot in the Odd Jobs newsletter because it's an awesome way to make cash. If you have an apartment, you have a backyard, you have a house, you can put all of that on peerspace.com and people can rent it. They rent it for photo shoots, for parties, for meetings, for all different types of reasons. And it's an awesome way to make some cash. I live in a very small apartment in Brooklyn, so I don't even think I could rent this because there wouldn't be any space for you to rent, but I probably could. I probably could rent my apartment for a meeting or a photo shoot or something like that. This is different than Airbnb. You're not renting it for people to stay there. You can, of course, do that, but you could also just rent your space out for hours or events or things like that. The other thing that I'm obsessed with is renting out your stuff. So you could rent out anything from gadgets to golf clubs to baby strollers to air mattresses. You could rent anything. And there's tons of websites that you can do that on, like Loanables, Friend with A, StyleLend, BabyQuip, Turo, Neighbor.com. There's so many. So consider renting out some of your items for money also. I have some other ideas that are super easy as well, like freelancing. If you have any skills or hobbies or interests, people right now are looking to hire freelancers for everything, whether it's bookkeeping, social media, customer service, a virtual assistant. You can use websites like Upwork.com or Fiverr.com, put your profile on there, make some money. If you're a chef, right now becoming a personal chef is a great way of making money for parties, for events, for small gatherings. You can charge anywhere from $250 to make appetizers for an office party or $5,000 plus for a catered event. All of those are amazing, amazing ways for you to earn some cash as well. So those are some quick ways that I think are decently universal. Most people listening could pick one of those ways and go ahead and get started. But those are my seasonal ways for you to make some quick cash and make some decent cash too. Now, none of these things are going to be easy, but they're all super doable if you want to commit to doing some hustle with them. All right, my friends. Go off, make some money, do something odd. If you want to get a weekly update on the oddest jobs out there that actually pay money, head to oddjobsnews.com/welcome, oddjobsnews.com/welcome, and sign up. It's a free newsletter and it's helping you do odd things and make some money. All my love, Jen Glantz. Hey you! Thank you for listening to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. There are hundreds of thousands of pods out there, so thank you for listening to this one. You can find the show notes for this week's episode up on our website, anyyounger.com. Subscribe, rate, and review the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast on iTunes so that other ears around the world can listen too. Oh, and join our secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, where over 1,000 people are talking about how to disrupt their lives, for a good reason, to make it count. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glantz.